So for the first round of the block stitch border, you're just going to be popping in a round of double crochet granny clusters all the way around. I'm using my continuous join as you go sample just to show you. So I'm back using the Softfun. As always, the colour shades are below in the description. So I'm continuing with white because obviously I joined using white. So I'm doing a row of just granny, just like you're extending your granny square. I've done most of it already just so this video isn't 20 years long. I did want to touch on the fact of how to keep your border flat when you're putting a granny row around freshly joined squares. So at the point at which your corners join, you do a double crochet 2 together. Now I've got a video on how to do a double crochet 2 together there-ish. Should be a link to click. As always, all the links are in the description box below. I'll show you briefly now, but obviously I'm using white on white. It's quite hard to see. So at the point where your corners are joined, you pop a double crochet into the first corner space, and then you're going to work a double crochet 2 together over the 2 chain spaces. So yarn over, pull through 2, stop, and then straight into the next straight into the next corner space, yarn over, pull through 2, stop. So you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. So you've done a double crochet 2 together over these 2 chain spaces, and then you pop your final double crochet into that second space. So I know I whizzed over that fairly quickly. I will release a tiny short little video in a few days, maybe tomorrow. I might even upload it today to show you in more detail how I'm doing that to keep your blanket flat. So like I say, I just wanted to touch on that. I'm following what I did in my granny squares below, which is along the sides, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and I'm using 3 chains for the corners. If you already have your blanket, if you didn't have chain 1s on your actual granny squares, then don't do chain 1s. The block stitch works without the chain 1, so you don't need to worry. I'm literally just continuing what I was doing with my particular squares, so it'll still work without this chain 1. Don't panic too much about that if you haven't got it. So 3 double crochet. Again, I'm at a point where they meet, so it's 1 double crochet, a double crochet 2 together over the 2 chain spaces each corner, and then a double crochet in here, and carry on. So go all the way around your blanket for the first row in the granny style, whatever colour you want. I personally like to have block stitch have the little colours I've used in the blanket peeping through, with the granny sections the same cohesive colour, but you can do any colours you like. So I'm just finishing up this row here. I'm going to join to the beginning, cut my yarn, leave a nice generous tail, and that's the first row of the block stitch border. So now it's time to bring in some colour. Now I will work it over, you can see I've got the double crochet 2 together on every point. I'll work this little demo on this sample just over these 2 corners, so I won't keep going all the way round because we don't have all day. So I'll just show you how it's worked over this corner so you can see how to work it on the sides and in the corners. So I'm going to bring in my first colour, which is this pale yellow, because that's the lightest colour after the white. Pick a area where I'm going to join, and you want to attach your yarn in between your granny clusters. So I'm just going to attach my yarn. I just pop a slip knot on. You don't have to. You can attach your yarn colours however you usually do. And just bring it to the front. And you're going to chain one and pop a single crochet into that same space. So a single crochet is just a tiny little stitch like that. Chain 3, single crochet into the next space in between your clusters. Chain 3, single crochet. Chain 3, single crochet. Now on the corners you're going to pop single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, all into that same space. Chain 3, single crochet. That's it. It's that simple. Chain 3, single crochet. Do that all the way around, and on your corners you want to be doing single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, all into your corner space. So keep going all the way around, chain 3, single crochet. You see how that's straddled joining section? So you want to do that all the way around your blanket. So you get back to here, and when you get to this point you're going to join with a slip stitch. So you'll have a single crochet, chain 3, join with a slip stitch to that first single crochet you did, and then cut your yarn. Oops. So I'm just going to leave this here for now. So let's pretend you've done that all the way around, and then you want to come back with your white. So you're going to attach the white into your chain 3 spaces that you've made into these loops. Just in here. And in these chain 3 loops that you created, you're going to have 3 double crochet. So I'm chaining 3 to start, which counts as my first double crochet. 2, 3. So your granny clusters again. I'm going to chain 1, 3 grannies, your clusters, 3 double crochets into the next loop. You're skipping that single crochet. You did, so ignore that. Chain 1, 3 double crochet. You do that all the way along the edge until you get to your corner, and at which point this loop of 3 in the corner, in there you're going to put 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, just like you would on a granny square. All into that space. This is such a nice, simple yet effective border to pop on, and then carry on. So in all these chain 3 loops you're going to put 3 double crochet. Chain 1, skip that single crochet, 3 double crochet. When you get back to your original starting point over here, you're going to slip stitch to the top of your initial chain 3 just to join it there. Can you see how it just peeks through? So simple, so effective, and also it'll be lying nice and flat because you hadn't put in extra stitches here and you've got your double crochets. So I'm going to do a few more of these and then I'll meet you back over here with your next colour. So my next colour is going to be the stronger yellow, and just like before with this pale yellow, I'm going to join in between my sets of 3 double crochet. So just pop your hook in, your yarn, oops, oh, for heaven's sake, who knew this was so difficult? Okay, chain 1, single crochet in the same space, chain 3, and you're off again. Single crochet in between your granny clusters, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and on your corners, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, all in the same space, and then carry on round, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. It's as simple as that. So you keep going for as long as you like with a round of white followed by a round of the single crochet, and you can see you're left with just single crochets peeking out, and it leads for a really nice pretty edge which just echoes the colours you've used in your blanket. Now it is completely optional how you want to leave it. Sometimes I leave it as this with the chain 3s as the final row. Sometimes I will finish on a white granny row and then I'll run a single crochet around the top perhaps. So it's very flexible. Your blanket, see what you prefer. Like I say, you can leave it at this stage. You can do as many different colours. I'll probably go on to do the light grey and the dark grey as well. And that's it. It's really simple, really quick, great little effective border, and I particularly like it on a granny square because it gives a nice, pulls everything into shape. So you can see how nice and square this is all looking when you're sort of over here, sort of going, oh, it doesn't look brilliant. By the time you add on this really simple border, your blanket looks great. So very simple, very quick. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. If I've gone too fast at any point, you can pause the video. That's pretty much it, really. You can find me on social media if you've got a question. It's fine to send me a photo of what you've done if you need help. I work better often from a visual guide rather than written description. So you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can even drop me an email if you want to. All my contact details are in the description box below, along with the yarn colours I've used, a link to where I get it from. It's from my usual yarn dealer of Snufflebean. And that's it. Enough waffle from me. I am off. Enjoy crocheting.